It is 12:42 a.m. on June 27th, 2025, and it is my daddy's birthday. He would be 85 today. And I could read you his obituary and tell you all these great things that he did and stuff, but I want to tell you about my daddy. He got my mom pregnant back when it wasn't okay to do that. You just didn't have a baby. The mother went off to Salvation Army and the baby disappeared is what happened, and he chose not to do that. Him and my mom chose to get married and have me. And he was like young, 21, 22, something like that. I don't remember the exact age, but they were both young. Didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. He'd just come out of the Navy, and the stories that I'm told is that they went to California to live with an aunt, and he tried to do good there. And I just remember him always telling me that I always played with him. I loved to follow him around, and he was working on cars all the time, and I loved to follow him around and play in the tools. And my mom would dress me in a pretty white dress, and I would get it messed up because I'd go out in the garage and play with Daddy. I can remember thinking that he was so big, 6'3". To me, he was the biggest man in the world, and I idolized him as a little girl. And life went on, and I became a teenager, and I was hell on wheels, and he and I both made mistakes. We clashed like battering rams on each other, and there were a few times in my younger life that I didn't talk to him for a while. Somehow, love found a way to bring us back together, and as an adult, he became my best friend, my sounding board, the safety net underneath life, the safety net of the tightrope of life is what I felt like. And no matter what it was, no matter what stupid mistake I had made again, or what some stupid choice I had made, he was always there. And I remember when I got sober, I was going into treatment, and I called, and my mom answered, and she told me I was crazy and hung up. And I thought, well, I'll call back one more time, and Dad answered the phone immediately and said, don't hang up. Do whatever you have to do to get help. I've got the kids. I'll take care of them. And he took care of my kids, and he helped me be able to go to treatment and not have to worry that I was going to lose my babies. And he wasn't perfect. He had his flaws. We all do. But he became someone that I looked up to, that I confided in, that I love very deeply. I'm a lot like him. The way that I think is a lot like how my dad thought. That's why I understood him so well. He was the kind of person that if someone was down and out and he could help them, he would. He didn't pull any punches. If you asked him what he thought, he'd tell you, and even if it wasn't pretty. And if you wanted a relationship with him, you had to do your part too, because he would always say, the road runs both ways. And if you don't drive up the road to see me, after a while I'm going to stop driving up down the road to see you. And so, gosh, probably the last 15 years, every weekend at some point I would find a way to get over and take... He liked KFC, and he liked their little chocolate cakes. And I would take that over and we would have lunch or dinner or whatever. Sometimes me and him and Linda would go for a drive, what he would call gallivanting around the backside of wherever. Go to Tahlequah or wherever. Go find some diner to eat at. And we would talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. And I didn't realize at the time the nuggets of wisdom that he was feeding me. He's trying to teach me, even as an adult. My kids were grown and he was still teaching me. And I'm 62 now, and I think he taught me more about being the age I am now than anyone else has, because I never thought I'd live this long. My dad had a wicked sense of humor. You would hear him just laugh. His laugh was so... It would fill the whole house. He would tell the most ornery jokes, and he just had a wicked sense of humor. And I think that's probably because his last name was Tadpole. You know, you just have to... He always used to tell me, make them laugh. You laugh about your last name before they do. When I was growing up. And it's been 3 years since I buried his ashes. We buried his ashes on his birthday. I miss him so much. I miss him desperately bad. And yet, I know I miss his body. I miss his voice. I miss hearing him talk and watching him putter around. And sometimes we would have to go to Walmart and he would have to stop and talk to everybody. It was just... Everybody knew my dad. Linda used to say that he was like a cat. He always landed on his feet. And she would tell me, Auntie, you're just like your daddy. You'll always land on your feet. You'll always be okay. I hope that's true. And I know that Linda and my daddy, others that have gone on before me are around me in spirit, and I know that they're celebrating however they celebrate his birthday. I know that. I know it in my heart. I was chatting with a friend tonight who lost her dad recently, and we were talking about how when you lose someone, you feel so lonely and you feel so lost and you feel like they're just not there. You can't hear them, you can't touch them, you don't see them physically, and yet you feel them more in some weird way. And I know he's around me. I see him. I see evidence of him in the feathers and different things, and birds, the crows that come to my house, that follow me in different ways. I know he's around me. I miss him, and I really wish I could go get KFC chicken and a chocolate cake for him today. So, happy birthday, my dear father. I love you so much, Daddy. And I know that you're home. And when I told you it's okay, go home, I'll see you soon, we both understood that time doesn't exist. And it doesn't mean that I want to die anytime soon, because Lord knows I don't. I have a whole little family that I want to watch grow up, and I want to be a part of their lives. But I know I'll see you soon, Daddy. In spiritual time, not in earth time. So I love you, and I hope I do good burying Linda's ashes with you today. Happy birthday.